September 29th at around 8 p.m., Colin Inglis received a phone call from his nephew. He was a bit relieved. Hours earlier, he heard that his nephew and partner were delayed in reaching their camp in the Panther Valley area in Banff, Alberta. When Colin answered his phone, he was expecting the usual, "Made it to camp. See you when I get back. Love ya." Unfortunately, Colin was not prepared for what was about to be said, as when he picked up the phone, he heard only 3 words: "Bear attack. Bad." The phone then hung up, leaving Colin panicked and terrified. Banff is known for its dense grizzly population, and if he heard them correctly, they were in deep trouble. Unfortunately, Colin was not mistaken, and heard exactly what happened. There was a bear attack, and it was indeed very bad. Today I wanted to discuss the recently fatal bear attack that occurred in Banff National Park in Alberta, Canada. Now without further ado, let's dive into the tragic story. Doug Inglis and his partner Jenny were on a week-long backpacking trip in Banff National Park. The couple loved being outdoors and had planned this trip for a while. They also decided to take their 7-year-old border collie, Trish, along with them, and everything seemed to be going well. They were in contact with Colin Inglis, Doug's uncle, on Friday at 4:52 p.m. He received a text message that said they had been delayed in reaching their camp, but everything was okay. Just under 4 hours later, he received a phone call that simply said, "Bear attack. Bad." Parks Canada dispatchers received an alert at about 8 p.m. from the same inReach device about a bear attack west of Yaha Tinda Ranch, about 200 kilometers northwest of Calgary. The agency immediately sent its Wildlife Human Attack Response Team to the area by ground, because weather conditions in the mountains prevented them from using a helicopter. The team arrived at about 1 a.m. Saturday and found the 2 people dead. Parks Canada said the team, which is specifically trained in firearms and wildlife attack site investigations and forensics, encountered a grizzly bear that displayed aggressive behavior and charged towards them. The bear was shot and killed. A necropsy showed that the bear was old, underweight, and had bad teeth. But parks officials said it will likely never be known what led to the attack, and they wouldn't speculate. Inglis said he believes the couple were in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were always well prepared on their backcountry trips, he said. But bears are unpredictable. This is a rogue bear. This is something unusual that has happened. He added that the couple had a routine. They would set up camp as soon as they arrived, start their food preparation, and send inReach messages to family members. So we knew that they had established camp. They weren't out wandering around. Once it gets dark, he said they would typically get into their tent and read. "We believe that is what they were doing," said Inglis, adding the dog would have been in the tent with the couple before the attack. He said the parks team found the tent had been crushed with their e-readers inside. The couple, he added, were found outside the tent. They were in stocking feet, so that's not normal. It was wet outside. It had been snowing. Park officials have said the couple's food had been hung appropriately, and 2 cans of bear spray were found at the scene. They did not say whether the spray, which can be effective with some bears, had been used. English said that he was told that a bear spray canister had been emptied, and that there were signs the couple tried to scare off the bear. There was a struggle, and the struggle didn't stay in one place, he said. But in the end, both bodies were back together. They were reconnected. That's who they were. They were together in life always. English said that the couple met as students at the University of Alberta and worked together in a lab for Agriculture Canada in Lethbridge. Part of the draw for being there was of course access to the backcountry, to Waterton Park and Banff Park, being in the places they love to be. Parks Canada said there have been 3 recorded non-fatal encounters with grizzly bears in Banff National Park in the past 10 years, and no fatalities in decades. Doug and Jenny were 2 adventurers who wanted to explore the wilderness. They have done so before, and were very experienced. However, a freak encounter with a hungry grizzly tragically cut their lives short. I can only hope that the 2 can find peace in the hereafter.